This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of June 30th, 2022, brought to you by That's Good HR. I'm Wes Mills. Indiana lawmakers were set to convene in special session next week, but it's now been pushed back 3 weeks. Governor Eric Holcomb ordered lawmakers to meet on July 6th to consider his $1 billion tax refund to Hoosier taxpayers. But House Speaker Todd Huston says, in light of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, lawmakers are now expecting a multi-week special session to discuss issues, including abortion legislation. Lawmakers are now set to meet starting July 25th. The founder and chief executive officer of Indianapolis-based XR Technologies calls the Indiana teacher shortage, quote, beyond crisis, especially in the mathematics ranks. Kevin Burkhope's company aims to refill many of those roles by accelerating the teaching licensure process. In May, the EdTech firm received Indiana State Board of Education approval to offer the licensing program to get newly trained math teachers into the classroom. Burkhope's appeared on Inside Indiana Business with Gary Dick.
Well, it's 10 years or 20 years really in the making, but the pandemic really exacerbated everything that de-incentivized people to want to not be a part of the education system. You can imagine what it was like in the last 3 years in classrooms with students or not in classrooms.
Burkhope says his company can help working professionals in other careers who want to become teachers. Indianapolis is hosting a major sporting event this week that could generate nearly $60 million for Central Indiana's economy. The Girls Junior National Volleyball Championship is being held at the Indiana Convention Center, a 12-day event that's expected to attract about 60,000 players, families, and coaches. The ICC says the economic impact is similar to that of Gen Con, since the volleyball tournament runs nearly 2 weeks. Gen Con runs 4 days. The event runs through July 4th. Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand is brought to you by That's Good HR.
With one call to That's Good HR, your hiring challenge is solved. It's that simple. That's Good HR is the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Have an HR, accounting, administrative, or customer service position to fill? Trust That's Good HR to make a match that's good for everyone, whether temp to hire, or a direct hire placement. For 22 years, That's Good HR has been handpicking employees and employers through a highly personal and authentic approach that delivers long-term results. Visit that'sgoodhr.com. Remember, the match matters.
This is Gary Dick. Each week, Inside Indiana Business Television brings you the people, places, and policies that shape the Indiana economy. Exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Be connected with the full hour of Inside Indiana Business, Sunday mornings at 10 on the IIB YouTube channel, or check local listings for the show in your area.
Eli Lilly and Company has received a $275 million purchase agreement to supply the U.S. government with an additional 150,000 doses of bebtelovimab. The antibody therapy helps to treat the Omicron variant of COVID-19. This agreement is a modification of Lilly's $720 million deal, which supplied the U.S. government with 600,000 doses of the drug. Lilly says it'll start delivery right away. The state's workforce development initiative, Ascend Indiana, and Employ Indy have received $6 million from the Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation. The partners say the grant funding will support growth of the Modern Youth Apprenticeship Program in Marion County. Ascend says the program is a 3-year work-based learning experience that starts in high school and offers paid employment, on-the-job training, related academics, and college credit. Franciscan Health will today break ground on the Franciscan Health Cancer Center, Lafayette. The health system says the 3-story, 68,000 square foot cancer center will consolidate its existing services into one location on Franciscan's East Campus. Butler University has received an anonymous $1 million gift that will support construction of its esports park. The 7,500 square foot esports and educational technology facility is expected to open in August. Butler says the project will feature about 50 gaming PCs as well as an area of gaming consoles and virtual reality. This report is brought to you by That's Good HR, the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Visit that'sgoodhr.com for more information. I'm Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.